What's going on, guys? Last NASCAR fan here. Welcome back to another Diecast review. Continuing on with the United States service cars that we're looking at for these next reviews, I figured we'd take a look at another really interesting promo diecast, actually, that also had a United States service scheme for. This one's pretty infamous from the 2002 season alone because the driver himself would drive pretty much unsponsored for majority of the rest of the 2003 as well. Well, it was more the 2004 season, infamously. And then his team would shut down, and he would move over to Team Renzi in 2005. And that driver today we're going to be looking at is the 2002 Ashton Lewis Jr. Civil Air Patrol Chevrolet Monte Carlo from Racing Champions. This is take two on this review. I accidentally already opened it, and then I bumped my camera, and then I paused, and then I had to redo it. But I'm trying to preserve this package as much as I can because it has so much U.S. history, kind of like on the back of the promo card, which is really, really, really cool. I could actually just retape this as well, because the plastic is actually, plastic is cracking. Screw that, I'm just keeping the card. Card is pretty cool though, I want to keep that because there's so much U.S. history behind it. A little brief on the Civil Air Patrol. Civil Air Patrol was founded in December 1941, 1 week before the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor, by over 150,000 citizens concerned about the defense of America's coastline. Flying under the jurisdiction of the Army Air Forces, CAP pilots flew over 500,000 hours as they were credited with sinking 2 enemy submarines, rescued hundreds of crash survivors during World War II. July 1st, 1946, President Harry Truman established the CAP as a federally chartered benevolent civilian corporation, and then Congress passed Public Law 557 on May 26, 1948, which made the CAP the auxiliary of the new United States Air Force. CAP is charged with 3 primary missions, which includes cadet programs, aerospace education, and emergency services. So it's really cool seeing the Civil Air Patrol basically evolving throughout World War II and into the Cold War and into the modern day, the present day especially. This is a really cool card as well, as I stated before. And I'm going to keep that. I'm going to put that with my collection because it's really cool U.S. history in general. Let's get on to the card itself. Really cool paint scheme as well. Red, white, blue. Then you got that yellow 46. The scheme was also playable in NASCAR Thunder 2003. A lot of people will remember this scheme for being in their early career modes before the car would either retire or Ashton Lewis would take over somebody else's ride. And this is pretty cool, though. It's got the Busch logo, the Bud Pole Award. And this was basically adult promo. Like, this was a tent exclusive promo. I don't think this was a Ashton Lewis store, like Ashton Lewis hauler exclusive. I believe this was a tent promo givey, because usually with the Busch and Bud logos, that's what it was designated for. On the hood itself, Civil Air Patrol, U.S. Air Force Auxiliary. You got all your contingencies, driver sponsors, U.S. Air Force Auxiliary. And then you have on the bottom Mac Tools and something else. Castrol is actually on the B pillar right here, nothing on the C pillar. I like that stars as well. And then we have, is that supposed to be We Care? Yeah, it is We Care. That's cool. So it's the We Care Safety Clean. Deck lid reads Eyes of the Home Skies. And then on the TV panel, Civil Air Patrol. But yeah, this is a really solid car. Very hard to find. This car's actually been popping up on a lot of third-party sites, such as Whatnot, people, and that's what I'd like to promote my Whatnot store. I'll leave in the description below, but if you click on the link below and create an account on Whatnot, you will save $15 on your next purchase, such as an auction purchase or even a store purchase, and you will get credits the more you The more people that click, you can even save even more money. You can save from $15 to $200 on your first Whatnot purchase. But anyways, thank you for watching this diecast review. Take care, comment, like, subscribe. Hit the notification bell for brand new video. And we'll see you in the next diecast review whenever. Take care, everyone. Have a good one, and keep on collecting.